I'm moving to Nigeria, I'm moving to Africa, and I'm burning all my bridges. Whether or not, come rain, come sun, I'm going to make it here.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here. I'm going to understand it. I'm going to make something out of myself here. That's the mindset you need to come with.
Hello, everyone. It's Iveoma, your guide to Africa. And today I am here speaking with Eben. Eben is a returnee. He moved from London to Lagos, Nigeria late last year, and he's doing high-level media and communications here. So I'm just excited to chat with him about his returnee journey. Thank you, Eben.
I'm excited.
What made you move back to Lagos, Nigeria?
There's a lot of things I want to do in Nigeria. I felt like when I was abroad, I was working, I was doing a good job. But I still felt like for me to be the person that I want to be, there was some kind of glass ceiling.
Yeah.
And I felt like there would still be restriction because of the way that I sounded, because of like
being black.
So yeah, even though they don't say it, like it's not being said, but
it's
I just
clear.
felt like, I could see a lot of black people around me. I could just see, I'm like, actually, and it's not like people who are abroad cannot be successful, cannot be great.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm like, okay, how about I just go back to Nigeria and do a place where no one is looking at me a certain way, I have a vast network of friends and people, high network contacts that I know that I can leverage on them and actually help my journey and make my journey smoother to where I want to be. And I'm like, I thought, it would be great to move back. And also, I thought about family, thought about friends, the people that I love. I'm like, I can actually be successful in Africa, in Nigeria, and also be around family. I'm like, so everything that I want is in Nigeria. Nigerian food, the people, the culture, the nightlife, everything really, I feel more alive when I'm in Nigeria. And actually needed a couple of years outside Nigeria to realize that staying abroad would be for holidays and come back to Nigeria, do great stuff, and be with your family and be happy.
I like that you mentioned that you felt there was a glass ceiling overseas. Well, there's documents about that. There's articles about the glass ceiling that we can't see, but we clearly feel the impacts of.
It exists.
Yeah. And then here, there really is no glass ceiling.
You can be whatever you want to be. Be whoever.
Yes, exactly. So what made you do media here, though?
Media is such a powerful tool. You can use it to tell stories. You can use it to impact society. And I'm like, how about you be part of this sector that makes a lot of difference, that makes a lot of impact in the world that we live in today.
Because that's what you were doing even overseas too. So,
yes, media marketing.
So moving here, did you feel it was a step backwards or a step forward for your career?
It's actually a step forward because I understand that there are advanced systems broad in terms of the use of technology. Practicing media in Africa, it has its own pros. The system is a bit different, but it's still progressive.
When you moved back, you had to deal with the salary drop.
Yeah.
How did you deal with the salary drop?
I try not to compare my salary abroad with my current salary.
That's good.
Because that's pounds and this is naira. But the things that I can do with my salary here, I can also do the same thing. Like with what I was earning there, I could do the same things. The things I could afford there, I can somewhat afford them now here. So the thing is, you probably earning way less than you, like for my level of experience, if you compare the pounds equivalent to the naira, it will be way less. But I feel like if you're able to bargain and get something that can actually help you see you through your expenses and a little more for travel and all of that, then you'll be fine. It's still going to be less than what you were earning.
Way less.
For example, not way less. It's going to be like it's going to be a little over a half.
So you're going to get 50% less.
It's still going to grow. Show value, it keeps growing. It grows faster.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for a start, you need to be open to starting with
50% less than what you're making now.
50% less.
What I also think is interesting about you is that you received a job offer before you came back.
Yeah.
A lot of people right now are pushing the whole entrepreneurship thing in Africa. Why did you jump to a job? You didn't have a business idea ready, or?
I did. For you to start a business, what's your first source of funding?
Exactly.
It's your money. The
No,
money
it's very smart.
And then, to be honest, I didn't move back to Nigeria with a lot of money. No. I had to be very prudent. I had to pay for my rent. I had to get a car because I would not be walking in the streets of Lagos on foot because I had to be in a lot of places at the time. Investing in a business would have crippled me. It's not like I came and I had all the ideas ready. I was still saying, okay, I knew that I wanted to add value in a sector, but I wasn't really clear. I can as well keep working because passionate about media and technology. So I'm I'm doing a job that I really love. I'm working with a company where the culture is amazing. I love the people there. I love the management. And it's so I'm like, okay, this is a good place. I can work here while I'm still building. And my company is very transparent. Everyone is encouraged to have a side hustle.
Okay,
so
that's awesome.
Because when you're moving back, there's a lot of things you need to consider, and like your business, and you don't even just move back and start a business. Like you need to try and understand the culture, particularly. Well, I could have chosen because you go back and you feel like, oh, you are abroad. You now bring the whole business mentality and bring it to Nigeria. It's gonna fail woefully. So you need to understand the culture, get some kind of culture intelligence. See people, talk to people about it, interact in business networks. Know how things are done. Like, what is the business etiquette here?
The reason I liked you talking about that you looked for a job here or you got a job offer before you came back is that, a lot of people feel like when they move to a country in Africa, they should immediately start a business. And let me tell you guys, if anyone is telling you guys to immediately start a business, they have never built a business. Do you know how stressful it is to build a business?
Yeah,
first of all, and then you're building it in one of the most hostile business environments in the entire world. What's happening? No. I did not move back with a job. What I moved back with online companies that I started already. YouTube was paying me some money, and then I have this contract template company because I'm a lawyer, so that I built. And so that's what I tell people to do. I understand how the business atmosphere works in the U.S. I knew for a fact I did not understand nothing happening here before I came back. So I'm just telling you guys this, do not feel pressure to start a business. Most people who are telling you that have never run a business in their life, or they wouldn't be pressuring you at all. It is not a game to run a business. Take your time. The business atmosphere in Africa, in whatever African country you're headed to, is completely different. And
this way, for example, to get funding,
I know.
it could lie maybe just calling one or two people uncle, auntie, and you land it.
Yeah, you need to show respect.
Yes, so things as little as that can actually determine how your business scales. So you need to understand those things. I know you're moving back. You're like, oh, I need to call anyone auntie. I just need to work my way and do this.
No.
And I know a lot of people who move back, they're so, oh, I just need to get back to Africa and do this, do that. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Why do they feel that way?
Yeah, because they feel
what is that about?
Because they feel like they've been exposed to pro technology.
Yeah, but
they're exposed to what? Top of culture. And then I'm moving back with all the things that I know. Do you think people here? I don't understand. Do you think people here live in bricks, or they don't have TV? They don't have cable TV? Is that a joke? You see, Nigeria, the pool of talent, particularly for people looking for a job. I think I said that in my previous video. When people come in, oh my god, I'm gonna give them an accent. I'm gonna smash it. I'm gonna do hero. No.
The time of accent worship
is over.
It's over.
In fact, that's something they won't give you.
Because
please, we can't hear what you're saying, please.
First they say, I can't hear you. Secondly, they say, well, people have come with this heavy accent and they've come to oppress us.
Yes.
And they're not doing or saying anything new.
Yeah.
So they're kind of holding it against you. So some people think that, I'm coming back. I have this American accent. That's the one, I'm telling you, people are crazy. We returnees, sometimes we act up. We act crazy. You have to understand that there are brilliant people here. They are brilliant. The only difference between you and them is that you had more access to schooling that maybe is maybe not free, but it's more accessible. You've had access.
And more organized.
More organized because of school. Yeah. So that's the only difference between me and someone
the fact that it's
born
more
and raised
organized,
here.
Chaos that people in Nigeria, it makes them stronger.
It does
in terms of mentally, it makes them spot on. They're able to adapt to different business situations. So it's they're actually smart people here.
They're not only are they smart, they're fast. Faster than you. You're sitting there thinking, oh, how can I do this? While Nigerians
they figured it out.
I figured it out.
So I feel like the mindset towards migration should be okay, I know, I'm coming back with something.
Yeah, you should have that.
I understand a lot about structure. I understand about this, that,
and I'm going to bring that.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that.
That structure
but how
is
do I
very important.
understand them so that I'm able to know this is what I have, this is what they have over me, and how do I bring them together and become...
I think us acknowledging that they have Nigerians, Africans born and raised in Africa, Nigerians born and raised in Nigeria have skills that surpass you. If you come with that humility, things are so much easier for you.
So much easier.
People respect you.
People respect
the
you.
way that you even greet people, the way that you interact with people, the way that
you listen.
The listen. Because this whole savior mentality that some people come back with, they don't even listen to you, bro. They're like, no. I don't need to listen to you. I'm going to save you.
Yeah, I'm going to save you.
I'm going to save you. Why do we have that issue? I mean, so
coming
many.
to save Africa.
I'm coming to save Africa, create jobs.
Lamau.
This is completely savage. This is completely off topic. I was in a returnees group, and then somebody said, "I am coming." It's a Nigerian American returnee group, and somebody said, "I'm coming back to create jobs in Nigeria." Somebody responded, "How many jobs have you created in the U.S.?" When I read it, I was like,
how many jobs have you created in the country you're coming from?
I literally almost passed out. I was like, hey!
Yeah, sorry. Just to create a balance in this thing. It's not like you can't do it.
Yeah, you actually
But you
can.
can't just fly in. I want to create jobs.
I'm doing so much for you poor Africans. I'm doing so much for you.
Yeah, so like, that's not the way.
That's not the way at all. It's very bad. It's actually, we're laughing about it, but it's bad.
Yeah, a lot of returning businesses have failed a lot.
On their face.
There's been successful ones, but a lot of people have failed. So it tells you something, that there's something you need to understand about the culture, about the business environment here.
Absolutely. And not only understand, you need to listen, you need to watch, and just calm down. Like I told my friend was like, well,
I want saviors.
my friend was like, well, why do you keep on saying the whole saving mentality is bad? I said, it's because when you come with that saving mentality, you don't listen to the people tell you here what the issue is. All you need to do, people already know the problems. Run them money, or you do it yourself. Hire some of these people complaining about the problems, and then listen to them as they tell you what's going on here. The business atmosphere, the culture, how you should and shouldn't approach. Oh, you shouldn't have approached him that way. You shouldn't have approached Madame that way. Like those little things, like you said, the difference between calling someone auntie and uncle is like millions of dollars.
I'm telling you.
So returnees do come back with a lot of value, and I'm not saying we don't. We are very valuable. We come back with skills, value, a different way of thinking and viewing things, more exposure, and that is really amazing. But what I'm noticing with some returnees that I've been meeting is that sometimes that value is overshadowed by that savior mentality, and I kind of want to stop that out because that's really like. And then we would be so much better. Yeah. We get along with people better. We have better relationships because you have to understand you're moving to okay. So I'm Nigerian American, but when I moved to Nigeria, I understood like I am Nigerian, but not really. Okay, as you guys watch my YouTube videos, I'm teaching you guys what I'm learning immediately, right? And I'm learning so much here. I'm learning so much. And I was like, wait a minute. Everything I thought about Nigeria is not wrong, but there wasn't context. Now I live here, and I live in Lagos. And then, of course, as I explore other parts of Nigeria, fingers crossed, as I explore other parts of Nigeria, I'm going to learn more about what it is to be Nigerian. True. One of my friends said this. He said that Nigeria is a world of it's 1,000 worlds, depending on the tribe. But yeah, I know! Spot on! Depending on the tribe, depending on where you stay in the country, your economic level, your, like how you're, even when you're a part of a tribe, like what is your status in that tribe, right? So it's like Nigeria is 1,000 worlds. And right now online, we only see like one or two, but there are so many different stories here. There's so many ways to be Nigerian. And I'm discovering that myself. When I tell you guys we have so much to learn as returnees, especially as Americans, I feel like UK people, you guys are African. Y'all are.
Very African, actually.
You guys are very African.
Very African.
Americans, we don't have the, I think it's only 1%. We don't have that in the US. There's really not that many Africans. Now that I come back and I'm like, you know what, that savior mentality some of us have really is very bad because it's there's so much to being whatever African country you're thinking about or you read about. There's so much more. So much more. So much more history. So much more everything. So much People don't understand. So that's why I'm seeing that. I don't know. This is random. This interview wasn't even supposed to be about this.
It was supposed to be about war.
Yeah,
my robbery story.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about something else. But like coming here and meeting so many amazing returnees and meeting so many amazing Nigerians, just born and raised in Nigeria, went to school here, and they're brilliant. Brilliant. The only difference between me and them is I have access and they didn't. Only difference.
True.
They're brilliant.
True.
So now that I realized that, so we all need to kind of change when we come here. Everybody who's a returnee or anyone moving to an African city, you need to actually do a mindset. You need to work on your mindset. I didn't realize. You need to work on your mindset. I've been doing so much work, but I didn't notice I was doing that work until I moved here. And so many things happened here that have not destabilized me and have made me stronger. But I'm seeing other people who are returning and they're destabilized.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. And I understand. Like, this is not Nigeria or Africa, you know, I'm talking about Nigeria, but like Africa in general is not for everybody. But I think that a lot more people would stay if they had a slightly different mindset. Yeah. It's all the mindset.
Yeah.
Because some of the failures that people are saying are failures don't sound like failures to me.
Yeah.
They sound like learning opportunities.
And I feel like, so the fact that you have, so when someone says, that's why I like when the summary is like, when you have to burn all your bridges. Like, if you told yourself, I'm moving to Nigeria, I'm moving to Africa, and I'm burning all my bridges, whether or not, come rain, come sun, I'm going to make it here.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here. I'm going to understand it. I'm going to make something out of myself here. That's the mindset you need to come with. Once you have that mindset, like, I'm burning all my bridges and I'm going to Africa and I'm going to thrive.
Yeah.
Then those are the people that actually make it. But the people are like, okay, my passport is still here. Let's see how it goes. If my house gets flooded, I'm like, no, I can't stay anymore. I have to go. Once you have that mindset, every little thing, you're like, oh no, I need to leave.
Yes. I actually do agree. When you said burn your, it reminded me. I was watching this movie and I don't know what movie it was, but it was like an army movie, and they landed on the beach, and the captain told them to burn the ships. He said, "We will die here or win." Yes. And that is the attitude you
That is the
have.
attitude you need to have. If you're coming, you're like, no, like, I'm going. And I'm going to make it here.
And I'm going to win.
And that's it with every other thing in life. Like,
that's true.
When you have another option, there's an opportunity that you don't put in as much because you're like, there's always something to run back to.
Exactly.
Whether or not it's rosy, I'm still going to stay here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'm going to stay here. So, like, I've made up my mind. I'm like, no, whether it's working, whether it's not working, I'm still going to keep trying until...
You absolutely can't.
I absolutely can't.
You gave everything.
And that's it. And I know it's going to happen. So that's it. That's the mindset that anyone needs to get, because I hear people like, oh, I moved back, I couldn't stand it anymore, you know? Relatable, valid, for, for us, it's like we die here. That's like we die here.
I also had the same mentality as Eben here. I'm like, no, I'm going to make it. First of all, I feel that I've been called. I literally feel like I've been called. I was called a long time ago, but I was listening to too many opinions. I was listening to too much opinions from other people. What about you? Did you get a lot of other opinions from people?
A lot, like family, friends.
Was it negative or positive?
Some are negative, some are positive. You know what?
It was balanced.
Yeah, it was balanced.
Oh, that's
But
good.
the thing is that, so I was lucky that I got the best, like, the people who had the most influence in my life, they gave me the most positive feedback. Some people in my life, people who I respect. So when I told them I wanted to move back, I'm like, why not? Like, wow, if you feel like there's something for you here in Nigeria, why not move back? People are making it.
They just said it like that.
Like, literally. And these are people, what shocked me was, I feel my dad always wanted me to move back.
Oh,
my
wow,
mom,
that's awesome.
Mom was like, no, you need to stay there. But I feel like when I told her, okay, this is what I want to do, so I was shocked. She was like, why not? Like, come move back. And my auntie, she's like, I feel like she's one person who helps everybody, all her kids, helps people, like, oh, you need to move abroad, go and get the experience. She's always like, sending people out. When I told her I was moving back, she was like, oh, please, there's nothing there. Move back. She's like, please come back. So I called her on the phone. I was shy. I was afraid to tell her because I was like, she may be like, something wrong with you. But she's like, no. I was so shocked when I was on the phone with her. I think I was in Birmingham then when I made the call to her. I was like, I'm thinking of moving back. She's like, please. She called a couple of people. Do you see this entrepreneur? Do you see this person? They moved back and they're doing great things. So why not? Like,
that's
move
amazing.
Back. And I think one of them told me, you know what? When you move back, give yourself a timeline of 3 months. 3 months, that 3 months is going to be like really hard, probably. Like, so you're going to have to probably get a house, get a car, get yourself a job if you didn't have one. So just give yourself a timeline of 3 months. In 3 months, you should be fine. And he said, so I had the time, and I was like 3 months. In 3 months, I was going to make sure, I'm going to try everything to make sure I was somewhat stabilized when I moved back.
Yeah, sorted.
And thankfully, when I came back, I had my job waiting. So like 3 weeks, I was like, oh, you need to start working.
That's amazing.
So it was easier, but I'd already made up my mind. Like, they told me 3 months, but I still gave myself 6 months. So that's why my savings could only like take 6 months of faffing around.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'm like, you know what? It's 6 months. I need to like put myself together, and I'm like, okay, it's 6 months. It's going to be tough. And funny enough, like since I moved back, there's never been a time of things are not going well as planned. Like there's still, I've always seen like there's been a steady progression. You know, I always feel like because anyway, all of us we're not where we want to ideally be, but
of course,
I see the growth. I see with every passing day, I'm always feeling like, oh, you made the best decision, you made the right decision. Aside maybe for when a couple of things will happen that make you feel like, what am I doing here? Like, you know, when some Nigerians act funny, I'm like, oh my God, I'm back to this country. Or when I got robbed in traffic.
Yeah.
When I got robbed in traffic and I'm like, Eben, you really left the UK where you could wake up at 2 a.m. and say you want to jog round the area, and you came to Nigeria where you can't even step foot outside your house at 10 p.m. So I'm like, so when I got robbed, it's like,
that was mainland,
you must be
right?
mad. Yeah, in the mainland. Like,
wow.
I got robbed. It's a story for another day. You want me to go through the story?
No. We're actually going to go through the story on Eben's channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, we are.
So, so that's it. So when I got robbed, it's like, I'm like, no, Eben, why did you move back? Well, after a couple of weeks, I'm like, please snap out of it. Nothing else has really happened that's made me feel like, oh, I'm regretting. You know, I'm able to face my challenges head on without regretting the move back.
Exactly. What would your advice be for people who want to move back?
Money. And it's fine if you don't have the money. I say money because money will always help you. You know, it would help cushion the effect of moving back, coming to a new place. You know, money can help you do a lot more than. So if you have enough money, by all means, just save it, keep it. You need to ensure that security is really key because, you know how, and it's not just Nigeria, every other place in the world, there's security issues. But in Nigeria, there's a place where when you're returning, you're easily a target. So you need to ensure that you are taking all the security measures.
What place is that?
Everywhere in Nigeria, you need to be secure.
I love that you're
island, mainland.
Yeah.
You need to, because like you could get robbed anywhere, you could get taken advantage of, you know.
And then
there's something you need to watch out for when you're returning. A lot of people just want to be friends with you because they're thinking, oh, where's the pounds or dollars we can get? You need to watch out for these people so that you're not
taken advantage of.
And also, the culture in Nigeria can be actually fast, particularly when you are in the metropolitan areas in Lagos, particularly like Lagos. You know, you're in places like you try not to get carried away with the lifestyle.
Yeah, don't lose yourself here.
Don't
you could spend a lot of money.
Because you could spend a lot of money. The way in Nigeria, you feel like, oh, everything is cheaper than it was abroad. But when you count at the end of the month, when you do like your whole balance sheet, you find out that, oh, you've spent a lot more.
Yeah.
So you need to ensure that you keep yourself in check. Nigeria can be actually very exciting, particularly the nightlife, you know, the top fashion sense. You know, I have an auntie who says, you know what, she lives in London. She's like very fashionable. She's like, oh, I feel like I know fashion, but when I go to church in Lagos, I feel like I'm wearing rag. She says,
I love that.
In that Nigeria, they can dress.